Hello, everybody. Welcome to In Our Humble Opinion. Happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year, Thompson.
Happy New Year.
It's
Heck yeah.
party
We made it
time.
2025.
2020.
Hey,
So,
you want to know what? Do you know a song that's 25 years old?
what?
Lose Control by Missy Elliott. That's how old we are. Okay.
Anyway, no, that's true. Damn, it is a long time. Anyway, we're gonna go into week 17 here. Welcome to the new year, Tom. We're gonna start with your Packers. I know the Raven game was earlier because it was Christmas, but I went over that last time. I'm gonna let Tom talk about that afterwards. But we gotta get into one that happened. You know, we're Packers and Ravens here. Packers versus at the Vikings. Vikings won 27-25. Tom, what are your thoughts? Go ahead, man.
Packers cannot get out of their own way when it comes to when they play teams that are truly the elite in the NFC. They struggle. They, slow starts, right? Again, if they're driving down the field, can't fumble the ball, Josh Jacobs. Just killed you.
Can't do that.
But they're really missing. Everyone's been making fun of Jordan Love and Toyota Font. He's really good, and it's like, he doesn't throw a lot of picks, but what's been killing him in that game is across the middle of the field is wide open. And there's Love. Love is not just letting it rip. He's not seeing the field well. He had time to throw in this game. He just, in a game like this, what you need the reason you paid Jordan Love is he's the great equalizer, right? He's the one that can gotta step up and make plays. Receivers gotta catch the damn ball. Like I've said it all year with Green Bay, and it's so frustrating because that group is too damn talented to be playing the way they are. What's crazy is you see how close Green Bay is. Like, if they can, I don't know how they're going to do it because I don't truly believe that you can just flip a switch like that. I feel like you kind of are who you are, but you never know. But on offense, they got to help that defense out. That defense gave them a chance in that game. I think Green Bay truly has a top 10 defense in the NFL this year.
No, they look really good.
It's not perfect. There's still a lot of work to truly get it to like a Philly style front, defense or Ravens, anything like that. But dude, that defense keeps them in games. On offense, it's time. Jordan Love, you gotta let it rip, man. You gotta have confidence. You gotta make the read. You gotta throw the damn ball. You gotta, and again, he's a sophomore. Sophomore slumps, you see it.
No, true.
They will only go. They're not going to get very far if Love continues to play the way he plays. I'll just be blunt. It's not going to happen. You got to make plays. Unless you have the most ridiculous run game of all time, which they have a good one, but that's what's really, I think, frustrating in all these losses to these teams. Other than Philly, that was the opening game. And,
can't be too.
I don't think Love played well. He was very reckless, right?
Yeah.
And that's what I was concerned about when everybody was getting on him about, hey, he's like kind of like Brett Favre. It's like, guys, look, you gotta let him be him.
Exactly.
And
100%.
And now you've gotten to the point where he's so cautious and he's not letting the ball rip. So now this is what you get. So hopefully this week against the Bears, I really hope the Packers play all the starters. They need to. Because you never know also if Washington lays a goose egg.
True.
You never know. They could get that 6th seed. At least they could go to L.A. versus Philly. I just, doesn't matter. Green Bay, you're going to be on the road. You got to win.
True.
But not so sure I'd want to go to Philly the first in the wild card round.
That's tough.
That's tough. Kind of what's so detrimental in that loss is now you went from the 6th seed to the 7th seed. And honestly, I don't think they really have any way out of it. So
that's tough. Yeah.
But it's kind of wild this year. The NFC North this year broke a record, or the first team in NFL history, like the highest win percentage in a division. It's like over 600, like 650 or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's kind of wild, like, you know. But one thing I want to say about the Packers, a lot of Packer fans out there, they're just very doom and gloom about this team. I mean, this team is really improved.
Not the youngest team, too. It's like...
Yeah, they've improved. They're, you know, it's not even like the improvements. It's like, guys, they're last year they couldn't beat teams they should beat. They're beating them now.
Yep.
Where they're struggling is against the elite teams. They're just, it's the little details that just, they've haunted them all year. And that's what I'm saying. I just, like, if you're not, I don't know how you get locked in for 1 week, you know? Like, last year, I don't truly think Dallas was an elite team at all. They're kind of like Minnesota. They just won so many damn games.
No, I agree. I agree.
You know, I'll be honest with you. They're a good team, but Sam Darnold's going to lose them a game. He lucks down people. He's very fortunate he has Justin Jefferson and Addison.
Yeah.
You know, he threw for a ton of yards, but Green Bay shut down the run game.
True, very true.
It's just, yeah, you know, it's just kind of wild that Minnesota. I mean, I think this week you're going to see truly, hey, Detroit is the class of the NFC. I really, really, really do. I don't.
Yeah.
Even against San Francisco this week, you're just like, hey.
I like Detroit, but they have a huge flaw, and I really do think they're another team. I don't think they're going to get that far because I think that going for it all the time like that's going to cost them. I'm telling you.
You know what though? I'll say this. You know they're going to do it. LaFleur's been driving me nuts lately because he's all like. So this is, you know, in this game too. Some of this is on LaFleur, right? He in his career, his bugaboo. Is when it matters, he overcomplicates. Hey.
Hello?
No, you're good.
No, I agree with you, but
no, he overcomplicates it, and he does things that. So, for example, on that first drive, when you're on the goal line, if you're going to go for it, that's the time to go for it because you pin someone back deep.
True.
Well, they took points. So why, when you're in the red zone, you're on the 20, would you not just kick a field goal?
Yeah,
Again,
it didn't
you
make
lost
sense.
the game. You know, you can't play the what-if game, right? But, look, you take the points on the road. I've said it all damn year. I just don't understand the logic of, like, the thing is, at least with Detroit, you know they're going for it. Right? They're consistent. Matt LaFleur, over-analysis paralysis all the time.
Well, no. I'm not saying Detroit isn't the class, though. I do think that. I just think their defensive injuries are going to catch. Like, I think Philly.
Oh, yeah.
I think Philly will beat them if they're healthy. I do. If they play. Big if.
Yeah, you know, Philly, though, you don't know. This is the one thing that's interesting. So if you do not play Jalen Hurts, you become really rusty.
That's true. That's true.
You know, that's the thing. Some of these injuries, it gets tough.
Right? I definitely think the AFC is gonna be a little crazier. I think, so like the AFC gonna be wild. I have no idea.
And we'll think if Cincinnati figures this out and somehow gets in, right? You think Buffalo wants to play Cincinnati?
Thank you. That's what I've been saying. Because you know what, you can make fun of Cincinnati all you want. They can score with everyone. It's not going to be. You're not blowing them out. It's going to be like down the wire. They might not be able to stop you.
They're going to be willing to just say, "Fuck it, we're going to run the ball and just run it up." They'll run it 45 times against Buffalo. It's just.
Well, that's my issue.
That's the thing with like the Bills.
Yes.
Great regular season team, but man, when it matters, they just can't make adjustments, and they're just not clutch.
Well, that's why, like I'm a Ravens fan. That's no secret to anyone. That's why they're not a team I'm worried about. I already saw what they're going to do when they play them. Derrick Henry's hitting his stride too. You're going to get like 40 carries.
Yeah.
Because now that it works out, you're playing in probably bad weather. That just helps. Now you're on let's say it snows. You're on an unstable field with a guy that you already can't tackle. That's not helping anyone. Not only that, the Ravens match up in that respect with anyone if you do that, is their run defense is really good. So if you try to play that game with them, you're going to lose. They want you to run. By the way, like Tom said, their defense, we got on the fucking guy when he started as the coordinator. I don't mean to get into the Ravens, but we'll talk about that in a minute. But Zach Orr, they've made adjustments. Putting Kyle Hamilton deep was smart because it just takes away the big play. They still, don't get me wrong, they're not perfect, but now they don't give up the 40-yarders on you. You got to methodically go down the field, and then what they've been doing is when you get them in the red zone, it's really hard to score on them because they're very athletic, the Ravens. They got a lot of, like, Hamilton's just out in the middle of the field in the red zone. If you make a mistake, Humphrey's been good all year around that area. That's all they're doing.
Yeah, man. No, I mean, so yeah, just to recap this, the Packers real quick. Like, again, Jordan Love's got to play elite. And I just, like I said, I don't know right now if that's in his game. You know, I think he has it. I know he has it, but like, just again, I'm a believer, and you kind of are who you are.
No, I agree.
You know, but he's got to let it rip. This is the week, man. Look, you lose to the Bears. This is the craziest thing. Dude, the Packers, I doubt they'll lose to the Bears, but dude, they could be 1-5 in the division and be a playoff team. Yeah. It's so wild, man. It like that whole division is just insane.
That is crazy. That is really.
You know, I mean, yeah. At the end of the day, man, Jordan Love, you gotta rip the damn ball. That's you know, Green Bay's defense is keeping you in games. They really are.
Well, yeah, even
they have their problems. You know, they've been dealing with a lot of injuries in the secondary. Like not having Evan Williams and just Zane Anderson got hurt early in that
and Jair has been a no-show all year too.
Don't even get me started on Jair.
Yeah.
He's so frustrating. That guy is just.
It'll be
really interesting if he's played his last snap in Green Bay.
To your point,
honest with you.
To your point about Darnold though, it's like that game was in like control and he threw just a terrible pick. I don't know what he was doing. You got the game.
He's, you know, everybody like. Look, the guy's talented, don't get me wrong, but
absolutely.
Take away Justin Jefferson and some of that shit, and all of a sudden, and you saw in that game, like I said, you know, it's just, Justin Jefferson's a mismatch for Keyshawn Nixon. I love Keyshawn Nixon. He fights, he's scrappy, but dude, he's a small corner. He's a small physical corner. Dude, Justin Jefferson, if you just run by him, like, there's nothing he can do.
Yeah,
it's
hard.
I thought Green Bay just did a good job. They bottled up the Vikings. Like, they held them to 27 points. Just, you know, again.
With a fumble and...
I would love to see Green Bay against his elite teams just get a lead.
Yeah,
They have never had a lead. Other than Philly. Philly, they got tired, right? And it sucked. It was Brazil. Against Detroit and Minnesota, they've never played with a lead.
No,
They're always fighting from behind, and you just wonder sometimes.
I agree.
Hey, if they got up 7 or 14-0, 14-3, does that defense, is it allowed to kind of feast a little bit?
Because they're fast. They're very quick. You got a lot of young, quick dudes.
Yeah, you know, and that's like, yeah. But I gotta say to the Packers, like just the Packers fans, guys. No matter what, this is an incredible step.
Yeah.
Progress isn't linear, but like the results show. Hey, they're getting better. You know, they got a lot of work to do in the offseason. They got to address a lot of things. You know, I can't believe they're saying defense again, but they need corners, they need pass rushers, and they really need an elite wide receiver that Jordan Love can just go to.
True.
I don't know why he doesn't go to Tucker Kraft more. That one boggles my mind.
Yeah. He is really good.
That guy's going to be George Kittle. He really is. They just get him the damn ball.
Great hit.
But, yeah, man, they got to at some point figure that shit out. I don't know when it is. I don't, you know, and honestly, LaFleur, man, you got to calm the, like some things with LaFleur, he doesn't calm down. He's always such a tightly wired dude. You got to calm the fuck down and just make good decisions.
Yeah.
Some of the decisions you make this year, I'm just like, what in God's green earth are you thinking?
Yeah.
The challenges, just going for it, he's just odd. So I think to get to that Super Bowl and, you know, to be successful, you gotta loosen up and coach and play with confidence, man. That's what that team's got to do, and they should be, man. Like Green Bay, if they get on a roll, they're as talented as anybody in the playoffs. period.
True.
And everybody knows that every GM keeps saying it, but you got to go show it.
Yeah, I think with Jordan Love, it's like he had a lot of turnovers early in the season, but it's also what made him scary is he would try the throws. You know, he was, like you said, being himself. Now it seems he's a bit more tentative. He's holding the ball real long. Some of these plays, it doesn't make sense either.
He
like,
doesn't throw it over the middle.
No, he
does. NFL,
that used to be.
That's where it's at.
Well, dude,
that used to be
his. That used to be his thing. He would always throw him over the middle, post routes, crossers. That was his thing. He would always throw him up there and make plays. Now it's. You're right. I didn't see it once last game. It was Tucker Kraft too. It was always this guy. Like I don't know.
Dude, Tucker Kraft had 2 catches in that game, and both of them, he averages like the most in the league, like yak. It's wild. He's just like so good with the ball in his hands. It's like, I don't care, throw him an out route, let him run. He's just so damn good.
Yeah,
like,
I agree.
Like, he should get like 10 targets a game. I don't know why. Because honestly, I'm over the Dontavian Wicks, even Jaden Reed, dude. I don't know what's happened to him, but his hands suck. Just be blunt, man.
Yeah, Wicks is wild because he'll randomly just drop passes. It's crazy.
Well, Romeo Dobbs too, man. The guy that had a mental breakdown because he wasn't in a game plan. Catch the damn ball. You're not going to be an elite receiver in this league. Right now, I think Green Bay's got, at best, a bunch of number 2s, number 3s. Okay. They have not. I think Christian Watson truly is their number 1 when it comes to that receiving core. Okay. But he's made of glass. Can't stay healthy.
Like the guy from SpongeBob. You're funny.
It's true, man. He just, every year there's always something. At least it's not his hamstring, but he has like a knee bruise and he can't play.
No, you're funny. It is true though. Every time I see that man in street clothes, man, it's crazy. But
he's too good. Like, you saw how much they missed him because, like,
my 2 cents is that I agree with Tom that I watched the whole game as well. The fumble hurts. It always hurts at the beginning of a game with momentum, especially on the road, because that happened.
But the defense stopped them though. Like
they did. But the defense looked really good. I mean, I'm not going to blame him. I'm not going to blame him.
Defense would let him walk down the field.
I'm not going to blame him at the end because, I mean, you shouldn't have been in that game. It's great job coming back. It's like one of those things where, like Tom said, you put yourself in the hole. It would be nice. I think if the Packers could get a lead early, like Tom said, they would be really hard to beat because they roll later on in the game consistently against the good teams too. I just don't. Like Tom said, it's the inconsistencies with quarterback right now. Like, I love Jordan Love, but like, you got to attack the middle of the field. You got to throw everywhere. You got to scare the defense a little bit. But also, like Tom's saying, it's true. Some of these receivers are inconsistent too. They're one game 120 yards, the next game it's not even there. Like, where'd he go? It's weird.
Well, no, like there's no. I mean, that's where I say like when I say wide receiver problem. Sometimes you just need a couple guys that are your dudes. You can't have 50 guys. This collection of talent that you don't know where the ball's going.
I think we were talking about the Bengals. Like, that's what makes them scary. Those 2 dudes on the outside with Burrow, man, and Gesicki. If they get going, that's tough. Mm-hmm. Now I don't know. Is Brown okay? Because I don't know if he got hurt. Because honestly, he's underrated. That running back is pretty good. He's good.
Yeah, Brown. Yeah. I think he's okay. But
I know he hurt his knee.
He got dinged up.
Yeah, but he can play.
No, man. Like, that's Green Bay's, like, honestly, like I said, if they want to flip the switch, that's what they got to do. But, man, you're going against, they don't have any, Philly's not Dallas last year.
No.
They are a little questionable, but, man, if you play the way you played offensively, you're in trouble. You ain't going to do much.
No, their defense is really solid. It really is.
And they got 2 big-ass guys up the middle. I mean, so, it is what it is. Hey, they punched their, again, nothing's over. They punched their ticket in. It's just, you're kind of, that was a disappointing one because I still believe Green Bay's better than Minnesota. I really do.
No, I agree.
I think Minnesota's, even if they get the number 1 seed, I truly think they're I think they're going to be out really fast.
I agree.
Just don't.
I'm sorry, call me a hater.
Brian Flores, dude, and the other thing, too. Brian Flores, you were such a loser.
Yeah, that quote was
this
weird.
This guy's getting hyped up about, dude, Wait till Jared Goff burns you guys. Like, you don't have the game plan to do. You're not gonna stop.
I
You're
just
gonna
don't.
drop 40 on
I
you.
don't like the bravado, like where you have to hype yourself up. Like, bro, stop talking about it's the East Coast defense. Like, oh my god, dude. Like, no, stop.
Dude, your defense is so finesse. Like, over the middle, there was this guy's wide open. It's just Love. Like, last year, Love torched you. This year, he can't see any of it. You know, it's like, they have a couple of decent players, but they're not like.
No.
I don't know, man. The Green Bay was raining it down their throat the whole game. They just had to get away from it because.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah,
I don't like when coaches. I don't like when coaches talk. I'm like, bro, just do your job. Anybody that.
That's why Flores is a loser. I mean, look, man, there's a reason why you ain't a head coach no more, and it didn't work.
Look, the offensive coordinator in Detroit don't say nothing, and he is innovative and calls you Andy. And here you go. Here's a better one. Andy Reid is like Hall of Fame already in there level, and my man don't say nothing. And he definitely could. Have you ever seen the Chiefs and the Lions run plays? They look like they practice them so much because there's never a mistake. It's just flipped ball, perfect. Guys doing pirouettes, not falling over. Very impressive. As a Ravens fan, very impressive because my team sometimes they'll be rolling and they just like, oh, we looks like we never practiced this play, fumble. I'm like, what the hell are y'all doing?
Yeah, they're awful at that.
I love the Ravens, but they shoot that. They are their biggest enemy. I swear, if they play their A game, I really don't think anyone can beat them on offense. As far as like they're going to score like 35 points. Problem is, they'll just be going down the field, and Todd Monken will be like. By the way, like Tom's talking about coordinators. That guy don't deserve a coaching job. He's okay. He's okay. He's got a lot. Lamar's your quarterback and Henry's your run. It's not that hard. Okay, it really ain't. It ain't that hard. Y'all, you make it harder than it is. I'm gonna run up.
You also have two amazing tight ends.
Yeah.
And then a really good slot receiver.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like, how do I do this? Like, anyway.
You have arguably. Like, I mean, with Lamar, like, he's breaking Michael Vick records, and it's just like. He is.
Oh, yeah, I'll just go right into that, Tom.
I mean, look. I love Michael Vick. Like, and Michael Vick, like, is always a special place in my heart.
Me too.
He
Love
started this generation of athletic quarterbacks, and they can make it in the league. But Lamar has totally redefined what that looks like.
Well, since we're talking about it, we'll just go.
I mean, dude, he's incredible, man.
I'll let you just talk about the Christmas Day game. Go ahead. You can go ahead. 31-2.
No, I was just saying, remember when everybody was writing off Lamar like his sophomore year? Like, he can't throw, whatever, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's fun to see him just shut everyone up now. Like, that was never the problem, man. They just never... You had a coordinator and Greg Roman that just didn't really, like,
agree.
They didn't... Number one, again, progress is not linear.
No, I agree.
And sometimes, it takes changing things up, something different.
No, you can't deny the guy. That's the thing when you draft people, right? Like, I didn't know Lamar was going to be that good. I thought he could be okay. I never thought he would throw this well. And I'll be dead honest with you. I mean, anyone can get better, but the thing is, you don't know. That's the thing with drafting people. You don't know what their want-to is. Obviously, the guy has made amazing strides in that respect, but that's the thing you can never judge when you draft somebody. Are they going to put in the work? And by all accounts, Lamar, that's the thing you got to give him. He gets better at something every year. He puts in the work. He's a team guy. Hates to lose. Got all the stuff you want in a player, man. That's all you want. Takes responsibility when they lose. He's always the first guy up there. We got to play better. I didn't play well enough. I made mistakes. I can't say nothing bad about him. The guy's amazing, and for the first time,
he fits the Baltimore culture too.
Perfect.
Like the city, he's kind of like when Ray was there. Like he was the heartbeat of the city. Same thing. He's really taken on, and he just fits it.
And Tom will know this. Tom will know this. He had Aaron as his quarterback. This is the thing that is very important. And with Lamar, you can see it in his teammates. They love that guy. They really like him. That's what you want. It rallies the team. You gotta have a guy that rallies your team. Because when they're out there, you gotta have that motivation. Like, we're doing it for 8. You know what I mean? That's it. That's what you gotta have, man. And for the first time, as a Ravens fan, Tom's a Packers fan, so this is not new to him. I have never had a great quarterback. Never had him retire. I'm gonna have to deal with that.
Hey,
I've never had that happen.
Joe Flacco still had the greatest like playoff run of all time.
Oh, he did. But I'm saying Joe was not.
Andrew Luck.
Tom, Joe was not.
Andrew Luck, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and then when Kaepernick was
really good, he was
probably at the height of his game.
And he was rolling. He was. They were rolling. But
yeah, dude, that was a gauntlet.
Oh, let me say this.
But dude, he went toe for toe. I still remember that Super Bowl year.
Can I say this too? Can I say this too?
Showed up in Baltimore at like week 16 or 17 or whatever. And the Ravens got railed.
They did. They suck.
They're just sitting there like, dude, this team ain't gonna win anything in the playoffs. They suck.
Dude, the Ravens. The Ravens.
Somehow, dude, they, it took luck, but dude, even in that game against the like Colts, like, dude, their offense, man, they're just like, damn, they can run the fucking ball. And
well, they were still tough on defense. That's what made them. That's what I love about the Ravens, though. Even at their worst, they're still tough as hell. Like, they're gonna beat you up. That's what I love. Like, even about that team, it's like they're not like you didn't think they would win, but you were like they could beat these teams just because they were so physical. They just would beat you up with them linemen they had. Oh my God, Nada and everybody just beating you up the whole game. It's like they're going to make it a fist fight, you know what I mean? They would get like a play every once in a while on defense. Like Denver, they got the pick six. It's because they used to beat everyone up, and they'd have like these random corners that were big and physical, like Shockey Brown and stuff. Like, who is this?
Yeah, well, dude, I mean, that's like, again, that's kind of why I think people are a little nervous. Like, Green Bay's a tough out. Because it's like they can run the ball,
dude.
Like if they get on the road and they score early, you just run a 10-play
drive
that down a team's throat.
Draft. Your team had
That's
such
hard, man.
Your team, like you said, the fans got to choke because the improvement on defense is crazy, and all these young guys that are playing great, they're only going to get better, dude. And they're playing ridiculous. That linebacker is crazy. He was on flashing all game. I was like,
Cooper.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this?
I honestly, in my lifetime, I don't think I've seen an inside linebacker like him in Green Bay, and I'm so excited that
he's so quick.
Have that.
And you know what I love? He does the thing I like when you can tell it's going to be the linebacker's going to be good downhill right away, just downhill tackle. Doesn't hesitate.
I think he's a little lighter than Quay Walker. And like Quay Walker, like the thing is, like he stops his feet all the time when he tackles people, but like Quay's so quick, and you're just like Cooper. I don't know what it is. He's just so natural. And what's wild is I just can't believe they said like this linebacker class is terrible, and I'm like, that guy is potentially like a Fred Warner, Bobby Wagner type potential.
I see Bobby Wagner because he's a thumper. He's a little bigger than Fred is. I like Fred, but Fred's not as big. That dude,
just a guy, like, dude, this guy in the middle is gonna just be a game changer.
Oh, and you just reminded me. You just reminded me. This too, like, because he was getting a lot of crap when the secondary for Ravens was having trouble. Watch Roquan Smith the last few games. That dude, he's really good. He's just dropping people, smacking them. Dude's a freaking tank.
I still don't understand why Chicago said, "Oh yeah, let him walk for just for a low round, first round pick." Like, come on, that guy was, dude. When they drafted him, I remember his rookie year. I could not believe he covered Aaron Jones on a wheel route and ran across the field. He's on the other hash. Oh my God, and he nailed him. And I was just like, who is that guy? And that is terrifying. This was back when Nagy, when Nagy was there and they made that run, the playoffs. You're just like, like they actually had that was a legitimate draft pick. Why they just said, yeah, whatever, beyond me. Other than they're like, we need assets. I'm like, dude, that's not someone you let walk out out the door, man. I'm sorry. Like, you're just. Why the Bears are the Bears. Good for him. Good for Roquan, though. He belongs in Baltimore. That's more of a place where he's going to always excel and have an amazing career.
Yeah, the Bears are a mess. They're crazy.
Bears are where players go to die.
Yeah. Dude. And okay, you could talk about the Ravens Christmas Day thing, because I already did. I want to just get your thoughts on that, and then we'll just go around the league. So Texans were beat up, though.
Are we going around the league?
Oh, yeah, you want to do that? You're good. Okay, cool.
Let's do it.
What do you think? What kind of games?
I think what's it, dude, I love that Drew Lock. They like basically played themselves, the Giants played them out of the number 1 seed.
Tom, I'll be right back.
I kind of like it because Dayball's going to get fired.
Tom, take over for a second. I got to go grab something real quick. Okay. Tom's taking over. Just go ahead and talk.
Yeah. That one's really funny. And also, like, Drew Lock. I'm just going to laugh when they're like, hey, Drew Lock's okay. You also have... I just think it's interesting how many teams in the top 10 of the draft right now, the draft order, they all have very similar records. It's kind of just a shit show. It'd be really, really, really interesting how that all works going forward. And I think also, again, the Jets are always their fun, weekly, laughable, they got to come out and have a boom box to try to get hyped up, and then to get dropped and thumped, and Aaron Rodgers isn't diving for fumbles, and that team clearly has quit on the season, is ready to just pack it up. They realize Aaron Rodgers is a problem. Pretty sad the way it's ended, but I understand. That's what you get when you get a guy like that and a prima donna, and you really don't understand what you're getting into. Rest of the league, I think it's super interesting too in the AFC. Like, I really hope again that last wild card spot goes to Cincinnati. Denver is not so sure I want to see Denver in there because I just don't know how well they'll really do. They're coached well, but I don't think Bo Nix is ready for that type of prime time, and I just think Cincinnati, there's something to them getting on a playoff run. Miami, dude, they would lose first round because they got to go to Buffalo. They can't play in a cold. So,
yeah, I'm back.
Yeah, man.
I'm back. Baby got up. Was kind of. Thank you for taking over, Tom. My bad. But no, I agree with. But it's crazy how the Giants won though. Neighbors is a beast though. That poor guy, man. If he ever gets a quarterback.
Well, it's just funny because Drew Lock, maybe he's the answer. No,
that would be hilarious. You know what though? The way that's been going, like trending. Maybe the way these players have just been. Oh, Sam Darnold sucks, man. But I'll tell you, can we give respect to?
Lock is bad.
No, I agree.
Lock is who he is.
Oh, Tom, I agree with you. He's still living off that meme from 8 years ago. I know it ain't 8 years ago. I'm just being annoying. But anyway, dude, can we give some love to Sean McVay though? The freaking Rams, they just keep winning. I'm like, oh, the Rams, bro. I'm like, yo, respect. That guy can coach.
They're gonna be a tough out,
dude.
Tom
was talking about like his receivers like not catching the ball. Yo, Puka Nacua is a legend. Him and Cup, man, that is tough because you know what? They're not gonna drop them passes. They make some catches too, right? Stafford, like we were just talking about Jordan Love. Stafford will throw that ball. He does not care.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing: you don't want him with the ball. Like, say they keep a game close, you don't want him with the ball at the end because you know that man gonna put it on you. I'm just saying, he is scary at the end because that guy's confident. There ain't nothing that dude can't throw because that arm ain't lost nothing. And I would be remiss if I didn't talk about my boy. Look, Aaron Rodgers, Hall of Famer, amazing. How about the lowest QBR in history? That's impressive. And he missed some. Let me tell you,
dude.
I saw some of that game. Those throws were bad. That was.
Gosh, he quit.
He did.
And that's what's pathetic is like he is so disinterested at playing football right now.
He should retire. He really should.
No, exactly. If he comes back, dude, every team should be super scared to bring that guy in a locker room. He's a cancer. You're going to go all in, but, man, you better know. I mean, you know what? There's a lot to be said. There was always that story about Rodgers where it's like, hey, Ted Thompson or Mark Murphy, I guess, when they hired LaFleur, said, do not be the problem. I have a feeling that was actually said.
No, I agree. I agree with you 100%. How about...
That's one thing I'll give Matt LaFleur a ton of credit for. He figured out how to manage Aaron Rodgers, and they got to, two consecutive
And
NFC title games, and they just couldn't make it happen.
on a lighter note, let's go to. I just want to give Baker Mayfield his love, man. He's played really well all year, and guy's a gamer, man. He really is. I like him. Good guy, man. Plays hard. Got a lot of moxie.
Yeah, for sure. Very well, man.
I mean, he fits that team good too. I like him on the Bucks. It's kind of cool. Okay, Tom, your thoughts on the Saquon Barkley? Do you think he should go for the record, or just I think he should try to stay healthy, just because he's a running back and he's had some injury history.
Yeah, go for the record, man.
You think go for it? Okay.
That type of stuff is special.
True. It could rally the team too. That's true.
And I do want to look. I understand when you talk about Dickerson and all these guys.
Oh, I know where you're going.
Record, even O.J. Simpson, they got it in a shorter amount of time. You know what? The NFL then and now, it's so different.
Yeah, I agree. It's not that. Yeah.
The rushing attack isn't the same. They try to pitch count players. I just I can't. Go for it.
I agree with you.
It's special.
I agree with you.
I think also it's a big middle FU to the Giants. I can't tell you. I hope the Giants eat crow for that for a long time.
Yeah, that was terrible. I agree. I mean, I wouldn't do it just because what I would do is I would probably try to get it. I would feed them a lot in the beginning of the game because I want them to rest too. Try to get they're not a good team. Get 103 yards and then just be like, Saquon, go relax, bro. 15 carries, let them rest. Be up by 20. Because don't let them confuse you. I saw the Ravens play the Giants. But by the way, I just want to point out, I like how when the Ravens play the Giants, you can't count that for the MVP thing because it's the Giants. But now, never mind. We're going to get it. The MVP thing's annoying. I don't care. I'm done. I'm just tired of no one's giving me a real thing on this MVP thing. Josh Allen deserves it too. It's fine, but I'm just tired of that.
Sorry, guys.
You're good. Anyway, but yeah, I agree with Tom.
Trying to get the dogs to settle down.
So before we go, me and Tom got to do one last thing. How about we go over to the Hall of Fame right now? Let's go. What are you thinking? You saw some of the people that might go in. Pretty good class. Yeah. Your thoughts on it?
You got two Ravens. That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, man, we're gonna get 5 in there, and I think both of them deserve it. I mean, Suggs is Suggs, and Yonda. I love that the lineman's getting love though. That guy was a tank, bro.
Did Sterling make it to the finals?
Yeah, he's in the finals for the seniors.
Dude.
He deserves it. That's the one I was going to get into.
Yeah,
yes.
Dude. His career was shortened, but man, dude, they show there's a couple Instagram accounts that just show highlights of Favre, and dude, number one, all right, no one had a hose like Favre.
No,
dude,
bro.
All these quarterbacks now, no. Dude, some of the balls he would fire in places, you're just like, whoa.
Well,
you just forget how.
And what I don't like is because that people don't like, and I get it. There's a lot of people personally that are not the best people. It's fine. We just talked about Aaron Rodgers. I'm still not going to act like Aaron Rodgers can't throw. Yo got an arm.
Yeah.
Same thing with Brett.
Dude.
Brett got a hose.
Yep.
Is he a good guy? Hell no. We knew this when he was playing. Remember the Jets situation? The man was married for 20 years.
All he did is cheat on his wife his whole career, and just he was a drunk. But again, Ray Lewis allegedly didn't murder someone, but he's still a really good linebacker.
Yeah. Lawrence Taylor did a whole lot of drugs, but hey, it can't take away how good he was.
He's on fucking coke for every game. Excuse my French. Anyways, I think that I think that's interesting. I think Eli Manning deserves to be in the Hall of Fame for just he has two very iconic, massive moments in NFL history.
My issue with every.
I don't know if he truly. You think of that draft class, dude, Big Ben's the guy.
Yeah.
Right? Phillip Rivers is meh.
I do.
Really
okay.
Belongs.
Okay. This is my issue. My issue with everyone is now you want to get mad about it. I'm done. Go Eli. I'm done. But I will press back on that. I think it's a little. I don't think he's a Hall of Famer. I think he's a very good quarterback. But I don't think
he's Phil Simms in my opinion.
If he didn't play in New York, he wouldn't even be close to the Hall of Fame because you're not you're getting that.
No.
It's that New York overhype thing where it's like, oh, we want to look at Joe Namath. Why is Joe Namath in the Hall of Fame?
I think it also has to do with Ethan Manning.
That too.
And it's like,
well, he did the three. He's
the one that has the real hardware when you talk about championships.
Well, he has the three. So. He has the three things you need to if you want to make the Hall of Fame without stats. Like, he has pretty good stats, but they're not Hall of Fame. But that's neither here nor there. If you do these three things, you will make the Hall of Fame in football. Play for New York and win a championship, let alone 2. Beat Tom Brady in both of them. And have the last name Manning. You will make the Hall of Fame. That is done.
Yep.
And I will defend him in this. If Joe Namath's in the Hall of Fame, Eli Manning's in the Hall of Fame. Because please.
Joe Namath is one of the most overrated quarterbacks of
oh my God, please, everyone go look at his stats. It's ridiculous. The guy had more picks than touchdowns, and not by a little bit. And in that Super Bowl where he guaranteed to win, he played terrible. Listen, it's crazy. That is I remember, and this is coming from someone that was like, oh, he guaranteed a victory. I remember as a kid, I was like, I'm going to look this up. This guy is probably amazing. And the more I dug, I was like, my God, how is he in the Hall of Fame?
Yep.
Man, let me tell you something. For anybody out there, don't be afraid to get drafted by the Jets, because if you somehow win the Super Bowl as the quarterback of the Jets, you will probably make the Hall of Fame. Because, God.
Yeah.
That carries a lot, apparently.
Dude, well, I hope Woody Johnson's one of those guys that eventually sells that team, because that's terrible, man.
Yeah, I agree.
Honestly, the Maras, too. Well, it's really interesting. You're at this stage where you have a lot of this old NFL blood, like in Chicago with the Hallises, right? They need to sell a team. Like, clearly they're not invested. They don't, there's no direction. They don't know how to build an organization. It was even like in Detroit with the Fords. For a while, you really were like, guys, they almost need to sell it, because they just, like Martha and them, they weren't really, they don't understand what it takes in the 21st century of the NFL.
No, I agree.
I mean, look at Dan Snyder leaving now, right? Night and day different.
No, 100%. My God.
He never had an 11-win season in 25 years of owning the Redskins. Or the Commander, whatever, the Redskins.
Commanders. That's fine.
No.
Yes, Tom.
Screw it.
Yes, Tom.
I'm not part of that woke nonsense. No. And my other favorite thing is, too, when you look at, dude, like, but then you do get the flip side. Like, look at what David Tepper down in Carolina. When you do that, there's always a risk of bad owners, right? Because at the end of the day, the owners can't really vet. If someone's willing to pay, they vote and they say, all right, maybe this guy can do it. He's got the funds. Who cares?
No, I agree.
Tepper's one of them. Doesn't know what he's doing.
No, not at all.
They're kind of lucky that Bryce Young's come back and become something.
I mean, I still think with the way that team is, I feel bad for their coach, because I actually think looks like he's pretty decent. I just think he's got an uphill battle, man. It's like, that's tough.
That roster's so depleted.
Yes.
And you can't have all the turnover.
Like, can we say
trading people away?
Now, maybe he'll get better, but the guy they're not talking about who has not been good for them is Leggett. He's been terrible. He's always dropping passes. Yeah. I know he's funny, and he is. I'm not making fun of the country. I love the country accent. Funny guy. Like, Xavier's not. His hands are terrible. I'm sorry. He's having a rough year for a rookie. No.
Honestly, this year, I'll be honest with you, like, the NFL receivers suck.
Yeah, their hands.
There's literally 3 really elite receivers in the NFL.
Yeah, they've been kind of doing that.
Jefferson, and I'd say Nakua.
No, I agree. Well, Chase. Well, dude, Chase is crazy.
They don't catch with their hands. They do, like, just back in, like, the 2000s, you just had guys that could truly catch the dang ball. They don't catch it anymore.
Dude, Chase is. Remember when he the one preseason, his rookie preseason, everyone's like, "Oh, his hands are shitty." I'm like, "Oh my God!" I'm like, "It's the preseason. Calm down." And then, of course, he went on to have like 1,000 yards. I'm like, "Oh my God!"
He broke like rookie records.
Yeah, I'm like, I remember that. Remember, I think me and you talked about that. Like, we didn't have a show or anything, but we were like, "This is so stupid. It's the preseason. Who the fuck cares?" Oh my God, he's dropping passes in the holy shit! All those stats, guess what? Don't matter.
No. Well, that's why you never look at the Packers are supposed to have this ridiculous defensive line because they were good last year, and this year I'd say they're pretty mid.
Yeah, dude.
And
overall,
in the preseason, everyone's like, "Oh my God, they're such a good D line."
Oh yeah, that's the other guy, Tom. You just
how that Lucas Van Ness pick is going for him right now.
Tom, you just made me Van Ness. Oh my God, I'm like, yeah.
He's not bad.
He's not bad.
He's not bad. He doesn't have any other pass rush moves.
No.
He's literally and what was disappointing is he was getting blocked by a tight end on pass pro, and I'm like, dude, you should be destroying this guy.
True.
Just run around him. Who cares? And I feel like they're trying to play too much of this technique stuff with gap integrity, but it's dude, you should just go blow by that guy. Fuck that guy.
You don't have to. I don't get that. They do that. You can't do that with everybody. Some quarterbacks, okay, because they're fast. But if it's no, I'm not doing
Sam
that.
Darnold, dude, honestly, I don't care. Let Sam Darnold beat you with his legs.
I was gonna say Sam Darnold, no, because even at his apex of running, it's not gonna be a 40-yard gain. It's go ahead.
Yeah, exactly.
He'll probably fumble, so I was like, whatever. I know we sound like we're ragging on Sam Darnold, but come on, guys. You saw that pick. I'm sorry. Why do you throw that? Bro, stop. Not Tom said.
He's a fun story. It shows you how good of a coach Kevin Stefanski is, but also shows you when you surround a guy in the right situation. These guys are all super talented.
You mean Kevin O'Connell?
Yeah.
You said Stefanski.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Stefanski's a good coach.
He is. He just said.
He's going to be gone, too.
He's got Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, right.
Restructured the deal, though. Way to go, Browns. Let's go.
Good luck. They got to get rid of that guy.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. Dude, I love. Did you see that video of the Bears fans getting excited? I mean, the Atlanta fans getting excited when that kick went up and they all celebrated like he made it. It's
I was excited too because then Green Bay would have been the 6th seed, but clearly that's not how the Force works.
Tom said, "Push it forward, Palpatine. Let's go." Anyway,
dude, well, they don't have young Waku. I guess he got hurt or whatever.
Yeah, he would have made that. Yeah, but
maybe I don't know. He was struggling at the end. Oh, he got hurt before he got hurt. He was he missed it.
Tom just reminded me though. Kicks. You just reminded me. Steve So Senior is a finalist right now. I hope he makes it. I love that guy. That was my guy. Him and Bolden.
Yeah, you want to talk about hands? Here's right there.
Oh, but buddy, I can't wait till. And I know, you haven't heard this name in a while, but receivers backlog. For some reason, they don't like putting 2 in at the same time. So each year, you just got to wait. I can't wait till Bolden gets in. I think he will eventually. It's just going to be down the road, kind of like Hines Ward, where it was you got to wait. But, oh, man, what a guy. I love Bolden. He's still my favorite Ravens receiver. That dude was a tank. I love him. Playoff Bolden. That's in that run. Him and Flacco were legendary. Remember?
Heck yeah.
Remember Patriots killer Anquan Bolden?
Yeah.
I love that guy.
For sure.
Oh, man.
All right, man.
But it was a great show.
Week 18, I guess.
Great show today, guys. January 1st. NFL. Why'd you flex the NFL? Why'd you flex the Raven game? I can't watch it. I'm gonna be at work. Thanks, buddy. I'm only kidding. It's fine. Right. I don't have tickets. I don't care. Anyway. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. That's what I'm going to do. Thank you so much for watching. Likes, as always, are appreciated. And as always, Tom?
I don't know if I can say roll tide after yesterday, but anchor down.
Anchor down.